Lies about money are everywhere. But the funny thing is, many of the biggest lies people believe are usually disguised as the truth. And I believe these lies are especially common when it comes to getting out of debt. Now, I know you've heard them before. Things like you need a high credit score and the middle class can't get ahead. They're so prevalent that everybody believes them without even thinking what the truth really is. But I'll tell you, no matter how many times you hear these lies on the TV, the internet, and in print, it's just not the truth. But the problem is, these lies are so easy to believe because on some level, they feel like the truth. Now, this happens for a lot of reasons. Sometimes you've been taught these lies from a young age by people you trust. It's really easy to just believe what others have to say without even thinking about it. Also, there are a lot of advertisers that depend on you believing these lies, so they do everything they can to perpetuate them. So today, I'm going to blow up some of these lies, and I'm going to replace them with the truth. Your best financial asset rests right between your ears, and what you believe about money determines in a huge way how you live your life. Your beliefs matter more than your income, your expenses, or even your chosen career. Once you know the truth, it'll make you financially free. So let's get started with the top 10 lies about money that keep you in debt. Now, I hear this first one a lot. It goes like this: I can't get out of debt. I've tried more than once and it just didn't work. Listen, because you failed more than once doesn't mean you can't do it. The common denominator is you, and you have to keep plugging away until you get it. Edison failed 10,000 times before he made a workable light bulb. Keep after it. You'll learn something from every failed attempt that'll eventually make you successful. Number 2, you don't make enough money to pay off your debt. Now, this lie hits low-income people the hardest. When you don't make a lot of money, this one's easy to believe. But here's the truth. You can pay off debt even if you have a small income. Now, it may take longer and you may have to work a little harder to pay it off, but anyone can pay off their debt with the right plan and the willingness to never give up. I've got some great resources in the written version of this post that can help. Just click the link in the video description to read it. Number 3, not everybody can get out of debt. A lot of the time, this lie is one that's tied to self-worth. You believe that some people can get out of debt, but you're not one of them. Maybe it's because you feel like you don't have enough self-control, or you just don't feel worthy of such a big goal. But the truth is, you are worthy of living a financially free life. No matter what you've been through in the past, you can do this. It may take a change in your mindset and your habits that you haven't quite been able to achieve yet, but if you keep after it, eventually it's going to click and you're going to find your way. Number 4, you don't have enough discipline. Now, some believe the lie that they just don't have enough discipline to get out of debt. That's a lie that goes along with the self-esteem issues I just talked about. You're not missing some kind of discipline gene that everybody else has. The truth is, you can have the discipline to get out of debt. You just have to get mad enough at your debt that there is no way you're going to be denied. The more you want it, the more likely you are to develop the discipline it takes to make it happen. I've got some great resources for that too. Just click over to the blog using the link in the video description. Number 5, and this is one of the biggies, you believe you need a credit card for emergencies. The truth is, you don't need a credit card for anything, much less an emergency. When you have a plan for emergencies in the form of an emergency fund, you can pay cash when the inevitable happens instead of running up a credit card bill that gets higher with each unexpected expense. It's all about being prepared. My wife Angie and I haven't had a credit card in well over 10 years, and I can tell you it's one of the best things we've ever done financially. Number 6, another one of the biggest lies everyone believes, is that you need to maintain a good credit score. Now, this is a lie that the big banks want you to believe. They know that if they can keep you borrowing money, they'll keep making money. So they tell you to keep up a good score so you can borrow more money at a better rate and keep the cycle going. But that cycle keeps you in perpetual debt. It keeps you poor and the banks rich, just the way they like it. The truth is, you don't need a credit score. You can still rent a house, get a mortgage, get a job, and do everything else you need to do. Number 7, you have to have loans to pay for college. Total student loan debt is over $1 trillion now. I know college is expensive, but it doesn't have to put you into debt for decades just to get an education. The truth is, if you have a plan, you can pay cash for college and not have to worry about soul-crushing student loans. Angie and I have paid cash for 2 college degrees so far, and we're working on number 3. Check the written post for a great book that'll show you how to do it too. Number 8 is another huge money lie. It's the lie that you have to borrow money to buy a car. Hey, just because cars are expensive doesn't mean you have to borrow money to get one. Borrowing for a car is the worst because you're financing an item that drops in value like a rock. But again, it's all about the strategy. It really doesn't matter if you have a high income or you only make a little. You can pay cash for your cars with the right strategy. I've done it and you can do it too. Number 9 is the lie that so many people tell themselves. It's the lie that says, I'm not good at budgeting. Now, I hear this one a lot from people who tried to budget once or twice and failed. But the truth is that anyone can do a budget, even if you're disorganized or you're not a math person. It just takes a little practice and the willingness to stick to it. Budgeting doesn't come naturally to most people, but the more you do it, the more you're going to get a feel for it, and eventually it gets easy. Once you get in the routine, it really only takes about 30 minutes or so a month to get it done and get total control over your money. Number 10 is the lie that debt is just a normal part of life. Now, I think this is the biggest money lie of all. Normal usually means a load of debt and living paycheck to paycheck, but you don't have to be normal. The truth is, it doesn't matter how much you make. You can live a debt-free life if you choose. You have to learn to think and act differently than everybody else, but the result is less stress, more money, and more freedom for you and your family. It's your choice, and I say choose freedom. If you head over to the blog and read the blog post version of this video, I've got a ton of resources there just for you. Everything from how to pay cash for college, how to do a budget that actually works, how to pay cash for your cars, and every other topic I mentioned in this video. Be blessed and celebrate financial freedom. It keeps you poor. It keeps you... Poop. Come on now. It's really easy to just believe what others... It's really easy just to believe what